The expansion for Battle of Azeroth is coming out very, very soon. At least that's what a lot of us are hoping. But some of the features are even coming even earlier in patch 7.3.5, which is awesome because we'll get to experience part of what the expansion has to offer, while it might not be a full thing, like for example the leveling experience, but it won't include the item squish and the stat squish that we are all waiting for to finally get less than 1 million health. 16k health is going to be such a good number to play with. But there's also a lot of other features that are coming out that honestly get me excited, and I've just been so excited and so happy to be able to make as many videos as I've been able to do about either the classic WoW or the new expansion, or really any updates that are coming in World of Warcraft. But I do kind of want to highlight a few different features that I'm super excited about, just to let you guys know exactly the reasons why and some of the different applications I will have. The first feature that I'm super excited about is the scaling technology. I mean, it allows you to basically level anywhere. If you are starting at level 10 to level 60, you can basically almost level anywhere you want to. Even though, say, if you are level 50 or 60, you're not forced to go level 50 and 60 zones. You can actually do all the level 10 to 20 zones, and the quests and the mobs will scale to you, allowing you to experience a lot more storylines and your favorite ones, even though there might be the beginner storylines for all the factions and all the quests and experiences. Same thing goes for the expansions, as BC and Wrath will be tied together between level 60 to 80. So because I'm not a huge fan of BC questing and I usually dread it, I'd rather go straight into Wrath of Lich King and do every single nook and cranny, because I have not done every single quest in Wrath, and I would feel like I would enjoy that a lot more, and then eventually finish up with BC just to grind a few more levels in between dungeons and whatnot. But not only is the scaling technology that's super exciting for me, but the fact that you'll be able to quest with your friends a lot more efficiently. Be honest, if you ever tried leveling with your friends, you will know that that's just a recipe for disaster half the time. I mean, when you both decide which faction you want to play, which race you want to play, which class you guys are going to pick, maybe even you know which specs you want to play, maybe like a healer and a tank combo. Both of you start leveling, and then maybe a few hours in, one of you gotta go, or maybe it gets kind of boring or whatever, anything comes up. So usually I'm the kind of guy, if let's say my buddy has to go, but I'm still having a lot of fun playing the game, more cases than none, I'm the kind of guy that will continue leveling. Just one more quest, just another mob, just one more rare, and eventually it turns to I'm already done with the whole zone. So then your whole progress of playing together is ruined, and more than half the time people just give up on playing whatever class they would have wanted to play, because now there's no point, you can't really level together. With the new expansion and the way they're doing scaling for technology, at least you'll be able to keep leveling together at vanilla level. And if you guys eventually end up catching up to each other between levels 60 and 80, now you can level in different zones. Let's say, for example, you completed one zone and your friend completed the other zone in Wrath of Lich King. Both of you can now just hop on into a brand new area and level together. That area might have been intended for, let's say, players between level 10 to 15, and both of you are about level 40 and 30. The great part about this is the game will still allow you to be able to quest in those areas, as the levels and the mobs will scale up to you, so you can still enjoy the leveling experience, and both of you can continue having fun together for as long as you have quests in the zone. You can start different storylines and whatnot, so that's what I'm really looking forward to. Another part I'm excited about is the PvP, and World PvP in particular. I'm somebody who enjoys World PvP. I like PvP in general, and to be able to have spontaneous PvP fights while you are leveling is a ton of fun. And the fact that Blizzard is trying to incentivize people being able to PvP and even help them out in case somebody, let's say, goes out to do some world quest and they kept getting ganged by a rogue, that they're not too impeded, as in most cases your progress is basically halted. The game allows you for a little bit extra experience from taking on the PvP server, and the idea of PvP servers is basically gone. The way this will function, as far as we know, is you'll be able to go to a sanctuary city, think Dalaran or something, like a player hub, and then from there you'll be able to turn on or off PvP. If you want to do PvP while out in the world, you'll turn it on. When you exit out into the world, it will take you to some PvP server with all types of PvP players. And as far as I understand, they're not going to try to make it like, oh, it's horde only or alliance only. They want to try to balance the amount of players coming into the server, so there's fair amount alliance and horde. So you can continue questing, and there's opportunities for people to be able to fight with one another and attack each other. And I think a lot of PvPers will be able to take advantage of this, so PvPers can have fun dueling each other and fighting each other and having little skirmishes, while still being able to get some of the quests and dailies and world content done as well. So I think it'll be awesome. And the fact that you can turn it off as well. Let's say you're a streamer and you keep getting ganked over and over and over. If you really still need to go and get your dailies done because there's a world boss but 2 rogues keep ganking you back to back to back, well, you could still turn it off and get your dailies done, and then turn the PvP back on afterwards, and then go back into the skirmishes that you're so excited about. So this won't impede your PvE progress, but it also will incentivize PvP in a way that it'll give you more experience, maybe slightly better rewards, because you'll be spending not the full time doing PvE content. Half the time you'll also be doing the PvP stuff with, you know, skirmishes and the fights and the alliance versus horde, and oh, I'm expecting a lot of fun out of that. The last part is legendaries. Let's be honest, we love them, we hate them, sometimes we're not even sure how we feel about them. But legendaries are kinda annoying when they are 100% RNG. That's not a lot of fun. When legendaries are RNG, and when some of these legendaries actually make the gameplay easier for you, like increasing your damage by a flat percentage, then that's where the fun kinda dwindles little by little. Let's be honest, if you are a fire mage and what you really need is a bracers for fire in order to finally start doing competitive damage, that's not a lot of fun. Especially when you got your first 2 legendaries with bad luck protection, and both of those legendaries are pretty bad and they're not spec specific. So now you're stuck. You can't swap to Frost to get a guarantee for legendary eventually. You can't swap to Arcane, you can't swap to Fire. And while a lot of people will tell you legendaries don't really affect your gameplay that much, I mean, if I were to play Outlaw without bracers and shoulders, I'd feel really bad, because my damage wouldn't be as high and I wouldn't be able to push myself, and I would be almost forced to play the meta of playing Subtlety, even though I'd rather play Outlaw through and through. And most legendaries allow me to do that, and I'm happy that I was able to get a best in slot. But there's so many people that just cannot get these best in slot, no matter how many dungeons, how many raids, how many battlegrounds they queue into, because again, it's all 100% RNG. With the Azerite system and Azerite gear, the way Blizzard wants to approach legendaries is eventually remove them, and what they want to do is basically give you better gear than what legendaries can offer you, and eventually dwindle the effects of those legendaries as you keep leveling to level 120, and eventually allow Azerite gear to get different effects, and maybe take some of the ideas from what legendaries and the different effects they provide you and kind of bake them into your Azerite gear. So instead of having an RNG for an item that changes the way you play, you'll be able to customize the way you play. Do you want to be a rogue with a lot of self-healing with feint on heal and maybe lots of AoE damage so you can pull a bunch of mobs and do a lot of efficient solo questing? Well, Azerite gear will let you customize your way to play, instead of you having to run dungeons until the cloak drops and run raids forever until the pants finally drop, which I think is going to be a lot more fun. The more customizability you add to the player and the less you can tone down the RNG, the better, which is awesome. Anyway guys, that's all I have right now for the updates and everything I'm excited for when it comes to the battle for Azeroth. There's a lot of things I'm excited for, but these are the first 3 things that I really want to see and really test out. I'm sure as the expansion comes out, and sure as soon as the beta comes out, we'll know a lot more information on what it has to entail us and what it's going to do and what kind of different key features we'll be able to experience. So I'm excited to find out a lot more coming out, but these are the first 3 things that I'm really excited about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there's any feature you're particularly excited about. I made a lot of videos already on a bunch of features, so if you want to reference those and subscribe to the channel, watch those videos, that would be great. If you want to support the channel, you can literally hit a like on this video, because likes allow videos to get spread out to a lot more people. So if you hit a like, then more people get to share the video and share the channel and see the channel, which is great for me because growth means good. And thank you guys so much for watching again. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see all of you in the next one.